prevent diseases like cancer, like diabetes, like cardiovascular disease, like pulmonary disease, and so on. I believe will be maybe the most important info from 2024 in your life. Why I say this? Because this is what happened with me in 2022. So 2 years ago, when I found how can I prevent and how can I treat such kind of disease like cancer or maybe diabetes or cardiovascular disease, I said this information, I have to give it away. I have to give it to the people. And you will not find this kind of information, on how to say, every single day. And maybe someone in your life, or maybe you need today this kind of information. So I'm going to share my slides, and I just ask for your attention for your next 30 minutes. So this is me, of course, and I'm certificate leader in molecular hydrogen. And maybe tonight you hear for the first time about this thing, molecular hydrogen. And molecular hydrogen, it's not something like a rocket. It's a natural supplement which you can use it and which can help you to prevent those kind of diseases like I mentioned before. 2 years ago, when I got in contact with the molecular hydrogen and I started to take it, I started to use it for my life, for my health, and I recommend it to my mother. I recommend it to my daughter. I recommend it to my dear ones. When I saw the potential in healing those diseases, I said, I have to read more to find more about molecular hydrogen. And on the same time, I said to myself, I had to graduate this school about molecular hydrogen. So that's why I found Molecular Hydrogen Institute from USA, which is the highest authority in molecular hydrogen worldwide. And I got this certificate from this USA school. Behind Molecular Hydrogen Institute from USA are a lot of doctors, famous doctors worldwide, from Japan, from USA, from Slovakia, which they made this research in molecular hydrogen. And one of them is very famous, let's say, in USA, and is called Matthew Antonucci. Basically, it is an Italian doctor based in USA. And why is very famous? Because, first of all, is the president of American Board of Brain Injury and Rehabilitation. So it's not a doctor from a village. It's not a doctor from, I don't know, from a city. This guy is a president of American Board of Brain Injury. So when this doctor speaks about molecular hydrogen, for me is like, come on, who I have to ask, in order to tell me if molecular hydrogen is good or not. So this is maybe one of the most awarded doctors worldwide. So for sure, he knows what he speaks about. So when you go on his website, he's speaking about molecular hydrogen. So he says that molecular hydrogen is fountain of youth. So I don't know if you want to stay young for long, but personally, this is what I want, okay? To not get old so fast. So molecular hydrogen, when you take molecular hydrogen, this natural supplement, basically, it helps you to stay young, not forever, but for a long time. Another important thing about molecular hydrogen, which Dr. Antonucci mentioned,
Allora, Roby,
is that
vado
molecular
perché stavo per
hydrogen
fare la presentazione.
has antioxidant properties and on the same time anti-inflammatory effects. And because of that, molecular hydrogen can help to mitigate the effects of chronic inflammation, which is implicated in allergies, brain injury, chronic pain, migraine, digestive issues, asthma, and other diseases, including cancer. So let me explain you something. Basically, I just want to tell you what Dr. Antonucci says. So when inside your body you have chronic inflammation, in that moment you get sick. But you cannot see this. It's happening in your body day by day, and you're going to see why. So because of that, because of the chronic inflammation in your body, in that moment you get sick, and you basically, this is how all the diseases appears in your body, because of the chronic inflammation inside of your body. So you have to understand this concept, you know, how your body gets sick. Another important article, which is wrote by Dr. Antonucci, he says that besides antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, basically molecular hydrogen has neuroprotective properties. That means helps the brain, helps your brain to be well and to function well. And on the same time, basically has effects, can treat and prevent cardiovascular diseases, metabolic disorders, and cancer. So tonight, you're going to find, okay, what causes diseases like cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular, lung disease, and fibromyalgia, for example, and how you can treat or prevent using a natural supplement discovered by Japanese doctors. So, first of all, you have to be aware how stress can affect your body. And right now, in our days, stress is the health epidemic of our century. And European Parliament did a research, and they are saying that 93% of European people are living every single day under high stress because of the rising cost of living. And after that, more than 82% of European people, of Italian people, of Swiss people, of Romanian people, doesn't matter, you know, they are under stress, they are living under stress because they feel the threat of poverty. So this is how we live today. And for me, it's very important, like people to understand, you to understand how your life looks today. And I just wanted to picture your life to understand better how you can get sick and what you have to do in order to protect yourself and to protect your family. So this is your life today. This is my life today. We are basically in the rat race. We go to work, we want to make money, but money are not enough today. We don't have enough money to buy food, to help our parents, to pay our bills, maybe to go in a holiday. On the same time, you know, you get a call from your parents. They say you, I have a bad news. I get cancer. I'm sick. Please help me. You have to, on the other hand, you have to support your maybe your kids, and you get a phone call from maybe from your partner, and it gives you, you know, some bad news. At some point, you don't know if next month you're gonna have the same job. you don't know if you can make the same money. And this is how you live. And it's a pressure, a high pressure under you every single day. And people, you know, you are like me 2 years ago. I didn't know how stress can really affect our body, can really affect my body inside. How can I get sick living under high stress? So basically, I am 47 years old. 2 years ago, I was 45, but I was ignorant with my health. What does it mean? I didn't know what can affect my health. I didn't know. I didn't know, I was not aware. So that's why when you are not aware, you are ignorant, basically, like I was. And because you are ignorant in your life, this can kill you at some point. So beside of this emotional stress, there are other external factors which can affect your life, like polluted air. So 1 month ago, I read an article, medical article, and the doctors are saying there are more people who are dying because of polluted air comparing with people who are smoking. And it's not like you leave your home and you breathe polluted air and you die. It's not happening like this. Day by day, because you breathe the polluted air, at some point, you get a pulmonary disease. But you cannot see this in your body. You cannot feel it from the beginning, but it happens inside your body. After that, polluted water, smoking, processed food, because in processed food, there are chemicals, and chemicals are not good for the body. It's like you eat oil, that means a chemical, right? So alcohol, medical drugs, right? Again, there are chemicals inside, and you are not aware about this. But please pay attention of what I'm saying right now, because it's very, very important. Right now, or after we finish this Zoom, go and see the prescription, okay, from the medical drug. And you're gonna see side effect. So my question is this: if you are sick, why, in the name of the God, you go to the pharmacy and you're supposed to take a medical drug, right? A medical pill, and it's supposed to heal you, but on the same time, because there is a side effect, you're gonna find out which will be your next diseases. So why pharmaceutical industry basically manufacture these kind of pills? Like to have side effects, because it's supposed only to get well again, not to get sick again. So that's why at some point you start with one pill, medical pill, and after that, in a few years, you will take like 10, 20 medical pills. And the question is why? Because pharmaceutical industry makes money only when you are sick. And this is the only moment when they make money. So that's why they don't want you to know about something which can prevent all these diseases, because in that moment you will not be their client anymore, so they will not make money. So you have to be aware about this happening, around you, because only when you're going to be aware, you're going to take different decisions and you're going to have a different life. So let's move forward. So when you get sick, your body is under stress And this affects your body as well. When you get chemo, when you are under emotional stress, when you work, like 12, 14 hours a day, every single day. So all those things basically destroys your body and you get sick. In order to understand what happens in your body, I use this metaphor. So this is how your body was when you got bored. So this is, let's consider that, your body was like a crystal clear pool. And because of all those things which I mentioned before, like the rat race, you go for work, work under emotional stress, you don't have enough money, to pay your bills, to help your family, and so on. And because of external factors, day by day, this is how your body becomes inside you. But again, you cannot see this. And at some point, you go to the doctor and because you're not feeling good, and your doctors can say you get cancer, you get diabetes. And in that moment, your only one question is why I didn't do different things before that. Why I didn't protect myself before to find it. So that's why tonight you're going to find how you can clean your body every single day, how you can protect your body, and how you can, stay away from hospital bed, and how you can help your family. So this is molecular hydrogen, which can really help your life, and you're going to find why. First of all, it's the smallest molecule on the planet, and you'll see why it's very important. Second, it's the only one antioxidant, selective antioxidant. So why is very important? Because maybe you heard about you have to take vitamin C, to get well. During COVID, doctors recommend us to take vitamin C and vitamin D, right?
Yes.
So vitamin C, it's an antioxidant. So that's why it's very important to understand that all those antioxidants like vitamin C, E, A, selenium, and so on, those vitamins basically will kill good parts from your body, like the good free radicals from your body. On the same time, molecular hydrogen can select which free radicals are good for the body and which free radicals are bad for the body. And in that moment, molecular hydrogen will destroy only the bad free radicals for your body. So that's why molecular hydrogen, it's a selective antioxidant. Third thing, as I told you before, has anti-inflammatory effect, anti-allergy. So we have a very good testimonial with asthma, with one of our people, anti-tumoral effect, anti-proliferatives, slows down aging process, as I told you before. It's a natural supplement, 100%. So that's why, because it's a natural supplement, it's like you eat tomato. It's like you eat apple. It's like you eat, I don't know, cucumbers. It's natural. It's something natural. That's why it cannot affect your body. So no side effects. And I made a comparison before. So when you take molecular hydrogen in one day, when you take high quality molecular hydrogen in one day, it's like you eat more than 500 apples, like 4 pumpkins, more than 700 bananas, 38 carrots, more than 100 lemons, and 45 cabbages. So this is the effect, natural effect in your body when you use molecular hydrogen. And let's move forward. There are more than 2,000 scientific studies who are saying molecular hydrogen may have potential, therapeutic potential in over 107 different human disease. And we're going to see some articles, medical articles. And all those articles are published in the most prestigious medical magazine in USA, which is National Library of Medicine. So it's #1 worldwide. It's not like in USA. So molecular hydrogen first basically increase your resilience in stress. The second important thing, it's not the second important thing, it's maybe the most important thing, is that molecular hydrogen, it's the only one antioxidant which can penetrate the blood-brain barrier. So your brain is protected by a brain barrier, blood-brain barrier, because protects your brain to not get toxic, to not let other toxic things, to go to the brain. So that's why you have this blood-brain barrier. But what molecular hydrogen does is that he can penetrate the blood-brain barrier because it's the smallest molecule, as I told you before, and can improve your mood, can improve your anxiety, and on the same time can improve your autonomic nerve function. So basically, it gives you a very good mood, and on the same time can help you to stay more focused on your daily things. It helps you to be more productive. It helps you to have more clarity, when you need to think more. And, usually we drink coffee to stay awake, but coffee will not help you like molecular hydrogen does. Coffee, basically, it gives you just, you are awake, but you cannot stay, you cannot stay focused on your things. So this is what molecular hydrogen does. And another thing, what molecular hydrogen helps in your life is that molecular hydrogen prevents brain disease, prevents stroke. And maybe this is the most important thing which you can find today. And why I say maybe? Maybe your parents are next to you today. They are living their lives today. My dad, unfortunately, passed away 2 years ago, and passed away because he got a stroke. And when you get a stroke, it's not like, you have so many chances to live. It's like you die. So molecular hydrogen, I used to know, 12 years ago about molecular hydrogen to help my dad to prevent this stroke. And molecular hydrogen, pay attention, is the only one antioxidant which can destroy the most harmful free radical, which is hydroxyl radical. If you go on internet and you can look about, you'll find hydroxyl radical, you'll find out that hydroxyl radical, it's like a tsunami for your body, can destroy, your organs inside your body without knowing this. And at some point, you get cancer, you get stroke because of this radical, hydroxyl radical. And I'm going to give you another important information. There is no other antioxidant which can annihilate hydroxyl radical. So you can take a ton of vitamin C, you can take a ton of vitamin E and A and so on. Basically, those antioxidants cannot annihilate molecular hydrogen. So that's why it's very important, because you prevent your stroke. I don't know how you live your life. For example, if you have kids, okay, and if you want to be next to them for a long time, and you don't take something to prevent stroke and to live longer together with your kids. Another important article about molecular hydrogen is that molecular hydrogen decelerates rheumatoid arthritis, right? Molecular hydrogen improve psoriasis-associated arthritis and skin lesions. So yeah, again, molecular hydrogen has a very important effect in this kind of disease. Molecular hydrogen may prevent atherosclerosis in blood vessels. So this is how, if you look, if you can take a look to this picture, on the left side, it's a normal blood vessel, and on the right side, it's a plaque, you know, which basically narrowed your blood vessel. So you don't feel this, but it's happening in your body. Molecular hydrogen can decrease the bad cholesterol level in your body. Molecular hydrogen can prevent and treat cardiovascular disorders. Molecular hydrogen may have the same potential in treating cancer, like 5-fluorouracil. Molecular hydrogen may protect you from ophthalmic diseases. And here we have an amazing testimonial from Chiara, who started to use molecular hydrogen, and she had some ophthalmic disease. So Chiara, if you can open your mic.
Buonasera a tutti.
Thank you.
Buonasera a tutti. Sono Chiara, vengo da Pisa e la mia testimonianza riguardo l'idrogeno molecolare riguarda la mia pressione oculare, poiché soprattutto di estate prima soffrivo tanto di pressione alta e di punto in bianco non riuscivo più a mettere a fuoco gli oggetti, non riuscivo più a vedere completamente. Questo disturbo mi durava dai 20 ai 30 minuti, ma da quando prendo l'idrogeno molecolare nel giro di 2-3 minuti la mia vista ritorna completamente normale, quindi questo è diventato il mio alleato. Grazie.
Chiara, grazie. You have one friend who started to use molecular hydrogen for asthma. Do you have, can you share with the story for allergy like asthma?
Sì. Sì, praticamente è una mia amica, lei lo sta prendendo per l'asma e suo marito perché ha problemi di fibromialgia. E l'ho sentita proprio oggi e già dopo 2 settimane che assumeva idrogeno molecolare, lei si scorda addirittura di prendere completamente l'inalatore. Quindi dopo 2 settimane ha avuto subito benefici con l'idrogeno molecolare.
Wow.
E suo marito
Wow.
uguale con la fibromialgia.
Wow, wow, oh, wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I really like this. Okay, thank you so much. Another important medical article is that molecular hydrogen can balance basically your glycemic level in your body, your glucose level. And this is my, basically, yeah, it's another person from Italy, but tonight it's not in the call. Another important article, it's about that molecular hydrogen can treat and prevent kidney disease. And I don't know, Annabelle, do you have a testimonial here with kidney dialysis or something, if I remember well?
Sì, io volevo portare a Octavian, ciao a tutti, una testimonianza proprio in merito a questo discorso qua. Visto che ho fatto prendere a mio padre l'idrogeno molecolare, ha avuto benefici sia per quanto riguarda il cuore e sia per quanto riguarda il problema del diabete. Una mia amica che praticamente lo sta prendendo per lei e da quando lo prende riesce a essere molto più concentrata negli studi, ha chiesto se poteva andare oggi, proprio stamattina, in ospedale a Monza, a parlare con la dottoressa di sua mamma che ha problemi ai reni e fa la dialisi 3 volte a settimana. Ho parlato proprio con la dottoressa stamattina, gli ho chiesto, dottoressa, facendogli vedere il prodotto, può prendere questa persona l'idrogeno molecolare con magnesio e calcio, corallo? E lei ha detto assolutamente sì, l'idrogeno molecolare è ottimo perché ossigena le cellule, quindi sono stata veramente felice di sentire da parte di una dottoressa questa conferma al 100% che l'idrogeno molecolare era ottimo e che non portava nessun tipo di controindicazione, anzi, avrebbe ossigenato le cellule e quella era la cosa da fare. Quindi porto questa testimonianza proprio di stamattina.
Grazie, grazie Annabelle. Yeah, so molecular hydrogen is a promising therapeutic agent for pulmonary disease, reduce liver fat accumulation, and improve liver enzyme profiles. Can help with thyroid hormone. So basically, a lot of women, basically a lot of women have this kind of disease, right? Thyroid gland problems with the thyroid gland, and we have really, really amazing testimonials in using molecular hydrogen and how molecular hydrogen helped them in reduce the nodules for thyroid gland. So yeah, they are not here today. There are a lot of articles, more than 2,000 articles. You can make your personal research, but as doctors are saying, there is no side effect. And this is very important to understand. I use this molecular hydrogen for the last 2 years, every single day of my life. My mom used this. The persons who you saw them before, using the molecular hydrogen. And you'll find why molecular hydrogen has this amazing potential, and you'll understand why. Because for me, it was very important to understand what happens in the body. So 2 years ago, as I told you, I started to read more than 200 articles, medical, scientific articles, to really understand how the body works. And tonight you're going to find how the body works and how molecular hydrogen helps you. So basically, your body is full of cells. Right? There are 2 types of cells. One of them, it calls eukaryotic cell. And this is how it looks like. So it's not important what you know is what everything is inside. You have to understand, we will pay attention for one thing, which is called mitochondria. And this small molecule lives inside of the cell, okay? And why is very important in our life, this mitochondria. Mitochondria has 2 roles. So first one is that mitochondria produce 90% of energy which your body needs to live. So produce 90% of energy which your heart needs to function, which your kidney needs to function, which your liver needs to function, which your brain needs to function. So if you understand this, that it's not 10%, it's not 20%, it's 90%. So you can think to mitochondria like your battery for your car. If your battery doesn't have energy, your car is not working, is not started, right? The same is with mitochondria. So when your mitochondria doesn't have enough energy, is not function well, in that moment, your body is not functioning well. Your heart is not functioning well. So that's why you get heart disease. When the mitochondria is not functioning well, your brain is not functioning well. So that's why you get a brain disease, a brain injury. When the mitochondria is not functioning well, cannot give the energy to your lungs, to your kidneys. So that's why you get lung disease, you get pulmonary disease. So mitochondria is vital for your survival, for your parents' survival, for your kids' survival, for your wife, your husband's survival. So mitochondria is the most important thing in your body, because nothing is functioning well is the mitochondria, if the mitochondria is not functioning well. Second important role of mitochondria in your body is that the mitochondria has to detect the unhealthy cells and old cells. When the mitochondria detect those cells, in that moment, the mitochondria send the signal, and those cells has to destroy themselves. If the mitochondria doesn't function well, cannot detect the unhealthy cells and the old cells, and those cells live in your body for a long term, and in that moment, those cells become cancer cells. Please remember this. So if you understand this, you understand how you get cancer. So mitochondria, it's so important in your body. So the next question is, what can affect the mitochondria, right? Because if the mitochondria is not functioning well, you get sick. You get cancer, you get heart disease, you get brain disease, you get pulmonary disease, you get kidney disease. So this is simple. Right now you understand why you get all these diseases. So what can destroy your mitochondria? And the answer is a high level of bad free radicals produced by, because I know that you are not a doctor. I know that. I didn't know this information 2 years ago. And that's why I made my own research on Google, and I was looking for the best doctors in the world to understand what happens in your body, what happens in my body. So a high level of free radicals produced by all those factors which I mentioned before at the beginning basically destroy your mitochondria. So this is how we live today, right? It's not that you can protect yourself, you can stay in a crystal globe, you can hide yourself, So this is our life today. This is my life today. So if we know that we are living in this world, the next important question is how we can protect us from getting sick and getting old. Because all those things destroy your mitochondria, and because of that, because you don't protect yourself, you get sick faster and you get old faster. Tonight, you just found the most important answer, I believe, in being healthy, in staying healthy, in not getting cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease. So tonight, you'll see why molecular hydrogen is so effective. Remember what I told you at the beginning. Molecular hydrogen is the smallest molecule on planet Earth. And because of that, it's the smallest antioxidant. The next antioxidant as volume is vitamin C. And vitamin C, it's 90 times, almost 90 times bigger than molecular hydrogen. And you're going to say, and why is it important? You're going to have the answer right now. Remember about our mitochondria, about your mitochondria. Remember where mitochondria is living, in a cell, right? And the cell basically has a membrane which protects all those things which lives inside the cell. And you go to the doctor And they say you have to take antioxidant in order to kill the bad free radicals, to protect your body. And you start maybe with coenzyme Q10. You start with vitamin E. And after that, you try with glutathione, vitamin C. But all those antioxidants basically hit the membrane of the cell, and they cannot go inside the cell to the mitochondria. And the only one antioxidant on planet Earth which can go directly to the mitochondria, it's molecular hydrogen. And when it does this, basically restart your mitochondria, which is affected by polluted air, by emotional stress, by chemicals, by processed food, by alcohol, by all those factors 24 hours, 7. So whatever you want to try, nothing works. It's molecular hydrogen which can help you. So this is what Dr. Antonucci is saying, like doctor from Monza, says the same. So basically, molecular hydrogen can penetrate biomembranes and diffuse into the body, and can reach the nucleus and mitochondria, as I mentioned before, protecting nuclear DNA and protecting mitochondria from damage. This is how important molecular hydrogen is for your body. And other, important things can do in your body molecular hydrogen. Dr. Antonucci says that he takes molecular hydrogen every single day, because this is how you live. So you have to protect yourself. So tonight, you can say stop to more than 170 diseases. It's your chance to do that. Don't be ignorant like I was more than 45 years with my personal life. So what's the price for this natural supplement? And it's nothing compared with our unguilty pleasure, let's say. Maybe some of you smoke and it costs like 2.5 euros a day. My unguilty pleasure, it's a cappuccino. Yeah, this is my pleasure every single day. And I pay like 2.5 euro a day. Molecular hydrogen, it's only 1.55 euro a day and can keep you away from all those diseases. If you want to have optimal results, like Chiara mentioned before, in 2 weeks, one person who had fibromyalgia, he already started to see the results. If you are a diabetic, you can see the results in 60 days. If you want to decrease the bad cholesterol level, you can see the results in 80 days. Anyway, you have to take it. So the price, it's like a bottle price is 71 euro. But if you buy 2, you have a special price. Instead of paying 142, you can pay only 1.6. But today, on this day, you are lucky, because there is a special offer: buy 3 and get 1 for free. So basically, you take your dose, right, for the next 2 months. So this is what I recommend to take advantage of this offer. Okay. So, or if you can take all these kilos of fruits and vegetables, if you want to try this, in one day, and you can eat like almost 90 kilos of fruit and vegetables, and you have to pay 132 euros instead of 1.55 euro a day with molecular hydrogen. So if you want to take this, you can call your friend, okay, to help you to order high premium quality hydrogen. So thank you so much for your attention. I hope this information will make a difference in your life, in your health, in helping your parents, in helping your kids. So I wish you all the best. Stay well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chiara. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Cristina. Thank you for trusting this information. God bless you, everyone.
Grazie a voi.
Grazie. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you,
Ciao.
bye.
Ciao.